All right, hello Pisces. This is Jynnette the Oracle. Welcome to the monthly tarot forecast spiritual guidance. Those of you who have Pisces as your rising sign, sun sign, moon sign, or north node, this is going to be most applicable to you. I am doing the last 4 signs, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces today instead of yesterday because I ran out of time. But I find that it's absolute perfection that the last 4 kind of transpersonal zodiac signs are what I have to do for today. So you're the last one, but the best one, right? I am doing things differently this time, and if you've been following me for a while, you know I always change things up. So I'm still using the Oracle, my favorite Oracle deck, to get the grounding energies for each sign, but I'm also going to be using an additional deck for more practical messages around work, finances, and love, but also for spiritual messages too. Quick announcement, if you're not already signed up for my newsletter, please go to my website, andersonalchemy.com, to sign up, please. And the open enrollment for semester 2 of my Lightworker Academy will be up April 1st through June 15th. So you have during that entire period to, like, all the information about the courses and how to sign up and all that kind of stuff and apply will be there. And the courses actually begin right at the beginning of July because that's when the next new moon solar eclipse will be happening. Okay. All right, so that's it for that. Pisces. Your oracle card is the card of God. The best one. And actually, no, I don't need to even say anything around that because those of you who are really attuned to your Pisces nature, you get it. You get it. Now, just for kicks, if you want, you might also want to watch the Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius videos because there is a really interesting progression of energy through those 4 signs. And so I think that it's absolutely perfect that the culmination of the journey through the 12 zodiac energies ends here with you showing up as the God energy. And it was interesting because, like, this is, this is the more of a watery or, the field of potential. And in Aquarius actually came out as itself as a star energy. So the divine mind, light, all those things was beautiful, beautiful energy. So I'm really curious to see what comes through for you guys. All right. I hope my energy is actually transmitting to you, your nature. I hope that you can pick that up. Okay, so starting first with the practical, we're going to look at work. So whether you work for another person or work for yourself, you can think of this as, I'll just say it as work that you do, okay? So there has recently been some kind of new beginning as it relates to the work that you do. Wasn't like the shift would have been at least, over several months. Like there was an adjustment, right? But very recently, there is some kind of new either project, service, product, creative inspiration, what have you, that has come up. So that should probably feel really good because Pisces are extremely creative. So even if it's not something external that's come to you, you may just find that a lot of the creative inspiration is there and flowing. So that's good. So the message, regardless, is to make sure that you are exploring all of your options, knowing that things have their cycle of growth. There's hyperactivity, and then there's rest and whatever. So your ability to perceive things as they are and when they are in their respective cycles is where your mastery lies, and you have to really lean on your intuition for that. Not only in the management of the work, but in the management of yourself and your energy so you can handle what it is that you're working on. It's going to be really important for you to communicate your needs. Be really clear with your communication. That still may be a bit wonky because Mercury's in Pisces, so just know that might be just a little touch and go. But at least by the time we get to the end of the month, I don't think that's going to be an issue. Okay, so as it relates to finances, so money is good. Like basically your needs are met and also some of your desires. But I'm getting a sense here that it's important for you to understand the cycles of change, and if you know certain times of the year are slower than others in general, plan for that, right? Like put money away and stay on top of it, because there may be a tendency, because maybe things recently have become really good, to be a little lax. And it's just, if it has to be as simple as like creating a separate account, or maybe like just like a separate prepaid debit card where you have your play money on, so that it's separate from money that needs to be more regimented and structured. whatever that is, but because there's not like any kind of loss or anything coming up, but if you want to travel or do things like, handle your money. And if you've gone as far as you can go, then it's time to get to rely on help from a professional to help you manage things. Okay? Because you also might be getting in your own way if you're wanting to grow your finances in a different way. There are people who know more than anything. Right? Okay, so for love, you might have been doing a little dating recently, but might have been disinterested, or things might not really have kicked off. But I think recently there's been a shift in you, like you are interested in possibly having something, or at least just getting back in the dating game. For those of you who are single and looking, it's really going to depend on your mindset right now. If you still are second guessing yourselves or not quite sure what you want or what you need, then I would say do not engage. Keep to yourself for the time being until you get a little bit more solid. But if you do feel like your mindset and your belief system has shifted, then go ahead and go out and about, because you definitely will be magnetic. Now, if you are already in the dating game and you're juggling a couple options, this is the time to make the choice, whether it's between, to actually have a committed partnership with one of the two options, or maybe it's to walk away completely for both options because they don't really fit. But yeah, you need to take control of the situation, because you've had enough time to figure it out. Now, if it's somebody new that's coming in, or new people that are coming in, you don't need to take longer than like 30 to 60 days to figure out, right? You're deeply intuitive, so like right now, the magnetism is probably going to have the initial focus, but for maybe that first month, but give the second month time to see the more practical matters and then make your decision. So take that as you need. For those of you who are already in committed partnerships, the energy is weird here. So, I mean, there's a possibility that there might be like an influence of children or something around that has popped in, and you and your partner needing to figure out how to juggle things, right? It's new energy. But there also could be a possibility for some of you where there's not been a lot of emotional maturity going on, maybe some fights or emotional manipulation or what have you, and you just need to take your space and stay focused on you, all right? Like, every couple has their ups and downs. You need to get yourself to a place of balance so that you are seeing things clearly, because there's a tendency for you here, I see, when your mind is all over the place, for your emotions to be all over the place. But that's the nature of water signs also. Yeah. Okay. And then lastly, spirit messages. You've come to a place where you are much more clear, assuming you haven't been, but there's opportunity to become much more clear about how polarity works, how the persistent change, which keeps the manifest universe happening, works, and where your power lies in that, and that there is power in that you can use to actually bring balance to your life and support you in your manifestations. Right now during this season, even though it's actually not even your season, but with it being Aries season, you actually are very much in your power in a different way. Okay, and you're learning how to more effectively process and transform. And being significantly more detached and less self-identifying, which is really good. And so you really are learning how to be like God. Loving, all-seeing, detached, but also deeply integrated. And there's a new awakening with that about your power that's starting, specifically for Aries season. And then, of course, moving forward after that, it's going to be up to you what you want to create, what you want to do with that. But this is a different understanding that is actually more grounded in the physical form now, which is good. That process is happening now. Your mindset is changing now. And part of that is going to be a greater respect for Earth. If you already have a respect for Earth, giving yourself more opportunity to spend time with her physically. Because she is her own microcosm of God. The planet is its own God as well, too. It's its own fractal. All right, Pisces, those are your messages. You actually have the shortest reading, if you can imagine that. These readings have actually been pretty long, but I think that is fine because it seems like it actually needs to be more of an energetic transmission, which I think you already feel, which is why I didn't even have to go into the stuff that much at the beginning. I think you're already sitting in that energy, so I'm not worried about you. I think you're good. And just keep feeling yourself, right? All right, guys, I love you so much. Again, please subscribe to the channel. And if you would like to book a session with me, you can go to my website, innersinalchemy.com.